Hi friends, Vinay Kumar here, international NLP and IAS coach. Uh, as the winter is ending and the aspirants in Bangalore have gone to write their IAS mains. I'm near this center, Al-Amin, just outside of it, talking to you all, giving my share of analysis of how the question papers were, and how students must have fared, and what kind of aspirants UPSC is looking at selecting based on the questions that were given. All these questions, as they lingered in my mind, I thought, let me do an analysis of it, and I thought I'll just connect to you all with my analysis, my dear friends. As I saw paper 1, 2, 3, 4, my belief in the exam as an exam that tests your personal competence more than your technical competence only got reinforced, my dear friends. It just got reinforced because the kind of questions that are asked, except for the paper 3, where we saw most questions being, most questions just looking like it was more like cut and paste from the syllabus. Just the question terminologies were added to the syllabus. Except for that, I think almost in all the papers, what I saw was there is an element of testing candidates' real suitability to the position of civil servant, where he actually has to manage his stress levels given any kind of challenges that comes in his way, and someone who can be a quick decision maker and of course a good problem solver. This is what was tested. Some of the questions that attracted my attention very much was the role of civil services in democracy question. The question on role of civil service in democracy. Only before few days to exam, I had made a video on it. If it's possible, just go and watch it, my dear friends. Yeah, but in that video I had told you right now what is actually required for our civil service to do extraordinarily. I'll be doing a video on it, which I'll just discuss with you, my dear friends, right now, probably in a while from now. And I also like this question on regionalism. Yeah, growing cultural assertiveness. Is that what is leading to increasing regionalism? That was another good question that I saw. There was Mahatma Gandhi's statement in the ethics paper, which is always my favorite statement, my dear friend. Lose yourself in the service to others. It's a wonderful statement, my dear friends. I mean, the civil servants of today will have to develop those values, values of service and selflessness and all that. So, having said this, my dear friend, so except for the paper 3, where I saw a lot of direct questions coming from as it is in the syllabus, in all the other 3 papers in the general studies, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 4, I could see your personal competence being tested more. See, when it came to question like role of civil service in democracy, I feel, my dear friends, we'll have to break from the past, stop writing that same old answers. We need to think beyond. Like, it's important that we think for the efficacy of civil service in probably post 2020 times, my dear friends, because see, I can see Indian civil service in 3 phases. Okay, the third phase, which has just begun now. The first phase is the phase that started with because I use the word Indian civil service, ICS, we'll have to say 4 phases, because the first phase was during the British times. After that, after we got independence, the phase of ICS as IAS, Indian Administrative Service, and of course the Indian Police Service and all other civil services which we can get into by clearing the civil service exam, probably till the LPG times, yeah, where government was there hegemonically in our lives, monopolistically in our lives, from every area of our life. Okay, so that was one phase, and then in the LPG phase, yeah, liberalization, privatization, globalization happened, and from there for the next 30 years, how we were doing as civil service, I mean, we reduced role but increased expectations from the citizens. And now, that is starting from 2020, I feel, my dear friends, civil service in India has to get that new, that fresh blood and that fresh spirit and all that, my dear friends. I think if we have to look at role and responsibility of civil service in a democracy like India, I exactly look at 3 areas where civil service needs to be reformed and refurbished. One is at the level of mastery, my dear friends. Mastery. Yeah, it's been quite some time now that we have had these generalist civil servants. So it's time that we have specialist experts actually taking up civil service. I mean entering into the echelons of civil service and serving in specialized positions of service. And 2 is autonomy. It's too long we have seen our civil service under the clutches, with all brakes applied on them. That should go. Have to become more autonomous, my dear friends. And 3 is definitely purpose. I see one of the reasons why the civil service in India may have not done great job as it has been alleged is lack of purpose and direction. I see the civil service in India, as critics point out, it has been red tapist, it has been status quoist, it has been ivory towerish. Look out the meanings for all these things in the dictionary, especially any dictionary related to this bureaucracy, public administration, all that. You'll get to know what it is. So it's been so long that we have experienced all these things. Now is the time to have civil service that is service oriented, true to its name. Yeah? Mahatma Gandhi's statement, lose yourself in the service to others. We need civil service like that, because there is so much opportunity in the private sector to thrive. If you will have to be making money, or if you will have to accumulate a lot of wealth and enjoy life materialistically, there is private sector for you. You can get in and build yourself really well. If you have to do something to the country, if you have in your heart and soul something extraordinary, phenomenal to give to the country, then I feel such people should enter civil service, because civil service is to serve, not to serve the self. Okay, so that's one thing, my dear friend. I mean, that's how probably even UPSC would have elicited answers, because the same rot writing, everyone writes some points, and even I write, there has to be increased transparency, there has to be enhanced accountability. Nonsense. Seriously, because we have been talking about this for the last 70 years. Yeah, now is the time to talk something new, something that makes sense. Okay, so that is, I mean, with just this one answer, I wanted to help you understand how answers will be expected, or what do you call, sought out by UPSC in its when it has to make a decision to select people to interview. Let the optional also get over, my dear friends. I'm just waiting for the optional paper also to get over. I'm on a day where I'm with the language papers. Thank you so much, my dear friends. See you all in my next video after the optional papers are also done.